My name's Felicity Aylieff and I'm responsible for making these two large pieces. When I say I'm responsible for making them, I actually went to China, to the historic capital of porcelain making in Jingdezhen, which is southwest of Shanghai. And I went there for 2 months and worked with a team of potters who make the traditional large-scale pots, anything from 2 meters to 4 meters. And I worked with these guys who made the work to my drawings, and then I decorated the pieces myself. This one with the butterflies is called Butterfly Summer. And it was made in response to all the butterflies that were around at the time I was making, which settled on the drying pots, and they were so beautiful and such rich colours that it was just a very instant response. And they're applied using decals, which is an enamel transfer, and they change from that mass of butterflies and how they look when they settle on the ground, and then when they're disturbed, how they just flutter off into the distance. And the other wonderful thing about China were all the plants and the flowers. I'm a very keen gardener, so I was particularly struck by all the flora and fauna. Most plants in Britain come originally from China, and there were just so many exotic things growing wild, and I did a lot of drawings and then transferred those drawings into prints. This is the dark area, and then drew with oxide the finer lines, layering up the flowers till they become almost abstract onto the surface. When the clay is fired without a glaze, it has this sort of toasted quality, and this dark brown inky quality here. And then when the glaze hits the surface, it brings out the blue in the oxide, which is the drawing. So you get this sort of nice contrast, and like a ribbon that flows around the pot form. So I made 12 pieces in all when I was in China, and then part of the project was actually getting them crated up and shipping them back to England for a touring show that toured the whole of the United Kingdom and was supported by the Arts Council. And organising the shipping was a project in itself, trying to communicate with the Chinese people to get crates made and to find the right shipping agent and so on. So the whole experience was fantastic. So I teach at the Royal College of Art in London, which is a postgraduate course. All the students are either involved in research or MA studies. And part of the responsibility of being a tutor there is to do our own work, to keep ourselves up to date so that we can pass on our knowledge and information. And that was really one of the major reasons of seeking to go to another culture to find out what else I could do. Some of the other pieces I made involved other processes that the Chinese use traditionally: carving, printing, working with fence eye enamels, which are really brightly coloured enamels. All these different things were something that I wanted to try out. The work that I'd made before coming to China was very plain, very simple, quite austere. And so it was a chance for me to find out what else I had inside me, a different form of expression.